All right, we're on to page 3 here of our review for the quiz, and we're evaluating these, and we want to do it without a calculator. Anybody could, I could get my 5th grader to type this into a calculator. We want to be able to do this without a calculator because the AP will put us in positions where we'll have to do that. So in this case here, there's this exponent's got 3 things. It's got a negative, a 2, and a 3. I want to understand the negative again. The negative means we're going 1 over whatever else is happening here. So I'm going to start that 1 over 125 to the 2/3. Then I'm going to do the root. The root of 3 means what times itself 3 times would give me this 125. So you think about that, and 5 should come to your mind. That's the most likely thing. 5 times 5 is 25, times another 5 would get us 125, right? So a way of thinking or seeing this then would be we are 1 over 5 squared now. We've taken care of the third root. Third root of 125 is 5. Then we can do this pretty easy. 5 squared, 5 times 5 is 25. And there's our answer. Okay, we want to be able to do that in our head quickly but not make a mistake, right? Same thing with this log here. We want to understand what the log represents. Log is just kind of the opposite of an exponential. So in other words, we have this base of 3, and so we're saying 3 to what power would make it equal 81? What power, what exponent would I have to put on this 3 to make it up to this 81? So 3 to the second power would be 9, 3 to the third power would be 27, 3 to the fourth power would be 81. So the log of 81 base 3 is 4. That's how we think about these logs. So, I mean, kind of staying on theme here, so what power would I have to give 4 to make it 1/64th? Well, since it's this fraction, it would definitely have to be a negative. That's what would flip it down to the bottom. So now it's just a question of, well, how do I get 4 to 64? Well, 4 to the second power is 16. 4 to the third power is 64. So the log of 1/64th base 4 is -3 because 4 to the negative third power equals 1/64th. So if you kind of see that this base to this exponent gets us to here, if you see that pattern, then it should be good. Over here, I've got the third root of 5 to the 9th power. I have no idea what the third root of 5 equals. It's 1 point something, but that's not the trick here. The trick is to rewrite this as 5 to the, and if I rewrite it in exponent form, I get 5 to the 9/3 power over root. And 9 divided by 3 is 3, so now I get 5 to the third power. 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So again, I have no idea what that third root of 5 is, but that's the kind of trick on something like that. All right, then we came down to 2 equations. We want to solve these in exact form, so you don't need a calculator for this. You just have to know how to kind of undo these. And so we have the natural log of 2x minus 5. Natural log is a log base e. So if we want to undo it, we are going to take e to the power. So in other words, we're going e to the 10th power equals what was inside the log, which was 2x minus 5. Okay. Now again, there's this temptation that we have to figure out what e to the 10th power is. There's no need to do that. E to the 10th is e to the 10th. Whatever it is whatever it is. Let's just solve it out of here. So if I add 5, I get e to the 10th plus 5 equals 2x. And then we'll divide by 2. So we end up with e to the 10th plus 5 divided by 2 equal to x. And that's good enough. We don't have to try to make it a decimal or anything. That can be our exact answer. Okay? A lot of times on the AP, they'll kind of throw something like that at you. Same thing here. I've got e to the 4x minus 3 equal to 32. I don't know what power v would get me to there, so let's rewrite it, right? Let's take the natural log of both sides if that's how you think about it, or set up a log, so it'd be the log of 32 base e, which makes it a natural log, equals the exponent 4x minus 3. E to this power equals that. E to this power equals that, okay? Now again, natural log of 32 you could do on a calculator if you wanted, but it is just natural log of 32. That's the exact nature of it, so we can just add 3 to it. So it'd be natural log of 32 plus 3 equals 4x, and then we can divide by 4. Again, we do a lot of work in the earlier things of making you get a decimal or working things all the way out. And the truth is, this is the exact answer for x. We don't need a calculator to tell us that. That's what we get. Okay, so if you feel good on all these problems, then quiz tomorrow should be no big deal, and hopefully you'll feel good and do your best.